It has this really beautiful pattern to the fabric. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the cross ripple stitch. I'm going to be using 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. So for this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 3. So in my case, I have 15. We're going to start with a base row. So for a base row, you want to do 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So we're skipping the first one, and into the second one, do a single crochet. And now you want to do a single crochet into each of the chains of the row. So you just do 1 single crochet all the way to the end, and I'll see you when you're there. Okay, and this here is the end of the base row. So for the next row, we're going to do another base row. So base row number 2. For that, we want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, which counts as a double crochet. And you flip your work. We're going to skip the first stitch and then start the row repeat. To start the row repeat, we're going to skip 2 stitches and then do 1 double crochet into the next. Now we're going to chain 1, and you want to do 1 double crochet into the first of the 2 stitches you just skipped. So essentially it's going to be into the second stitch of this row. Into there, we're going to work backwards and do a double crochet. And that's basically just called a crossed pair. So it's like 2 double crochets forming an X with a chain in between. And now we can go back to the beginning of the row repeat. You skip 2 stitches, which is this one and this one. And then into the next, you do a double crochet. Now you want to chain 1 and then do a double crochet into the first of the 2 stitches that you skipped. So into that first stitch you skipped there, a double crochet working backwards to form that X of double crochets, essentially. So you want to repeat this until you get to the end of the row, and I'll see you when you're there. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you're going to have 1 stitch left. So into there, you just want to do 1 double crochet. And this here is the end of the base row 2. Now we're going to move on to row 1, which begins the pattern. For row 1, you're going to chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to work 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And now you're going to work a single crochet essentially into each of the stitches of this row. So we do 1 single crochet all the way across, and we're going to finish the last one working at the top of the turning chain. So do that, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row here. I've done 1 single crochet into each stitch and each chain space of the row. And my very last single crochet is going to go into the top of the turning chain. And this here is the end of row 1. So for row 2, you're going to work it similarly to the base row number 2. We're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and flip our work. We're going to skip the first stitch and then start our row repeat. A row repeat starts with a skip 2 and then do into the next stitch a double crochet. And now we're going to chain 1. And you're going to work that crossed pair, but the second double crochet that you work, you're not going to work it into the first of the 2 stitches skipped. You're actually going to work it around the pillar of the double crochet that creates the X of the previous row. So this one here. Let me show you. You're going to yarn over, go in front of the fabric because it's going to be a raised double crochet. And you're going to go around the pillar of that double crochet. So that first double crochet that goes this way, around the pillar of that one, you're going to do your double crochet. And you're going to work it loose because you need it to go to the height of the current row. So we yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And so that's going to kind of connect them. And now you can go back to the beginning of the row repeat. Essentially, we skip 2 stitches, and to make sure that you know which ones you're skipping into, you can pull your work like back. You see that this one's worked into. So now you just want to skip the next 2 after that. So we skip 2 stitches to start the row repeat again. Into the next, doing a double crochet. A chain 1. And now doing your next double crochet backwards, not to the stitch that you skipped, but around the pillar of the double crochet of the previous row. And you want to work it kind of loose so that it has the height of the current row. So at the beginning it feels kind of cinched up, but then it's going to start making sense. Let's do that again. Skip 2 into the next double crochet. Chain 1, and now go backwards but around the pillar of the double crochet of the previous crossed pair. Making sure that it's loose so it's nice and tall. So do that for however many stitches you have left, and I'll see you at the end of the row. So at the end of the row, you're going to be left with 1 stitch into which you want to do a double crochet. And this here is the end of row 2. Moving forward, you just want to repeat row 1 and 2 back and forth until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. Here we go. This is really cool, but it has a really cool, like, tornado-y looking effect. It's a little bit open, but not so much. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.